You wish everything would just work when you ask it to, but it doesn't. I'm pretty good. Also, hello, Godlike. I see that you're working on some stuff over there. But welcome everyone to Tiny Glade. Just gonna be showing off some of the random builds that I have in other games as well. First, we're gonna start with Tiny Glade. Then we're gonna move on to Kingdoms and Castles, another little city builder. And then we'll move on to the big one, and the last one that we'll finish off the night with is Minecraft. So that's the plan. Thank you for joining in. Also, Nidon, for you. Gotta show off that. Thank you for the follow, by the way. 4 days ago, I don't remember saying thank you, but if I didn't, thank you. And, yeah. Haley wasn't paying attention. You texted her. Fair enough. Is Haley ever paying attention though? I swear. Whenever you present anything to her, it's just in one ear, out the other ear. But yes, this is Tiny Glade. So, hello Haley, welcome. Let's start from. Let's go with how this all started. Watch the video from you scooping cash. That's boring. I'm better than that, I swear. So, let's start on this one. Where did I get Tiny Glade from? Well, I watched a video from someone that you guys might know, Official Nerd Cubed. He's pretty cool. I like him. Search him up on YouTube. Great guy. But I loved the idea of all the creativity that this little world builder could give you. And so I was like, you know what? Screw it. Might as well head on over and try it out. It was only like, I think, $5 at the time. Something like, it's basically the same price as Guilty as Soft. So I was like, might as well give it a try. So the first thing I started with was this little greenhouse, which I am near. This one. Gave it a little garden in front and everything. Nice little green roof. I like the vines that come alongside it. Little chimney. Just testing out, how it worked and everything. And gave it a little path around it, as you can see, this little circular path around it that it has. So that's where we started. And then I was like, I like the idea of having a centerpiece. Which now I really don't know what the centerpiece is anymore. But this was supposed to be the centerpiece to start with, and I still think it is. Just because of how it looks. So, I decided we should have a forest. You should have to walk through the forest on a nice little pathway here that you can see. It's a nice little cool area, walking through the little forest, and at night it looks even better. You're just walking through here, walking through this amazing world that you have. You come up to the church that I built up here on this little hill, which I must say, Tiny Glade, everything, the way it builds, you can't see my hands, the way it builds, everything, beautiful. Repo bounce. Oh, that's yours. That's your little emoji. But yes, it looks good. I think so. And the way they build this world is freaking awesome. I love Tiny Glade's like world building settings and everything like that. I'll show them off here in a second. I don't know if this saves, because if it doesn't save, I've just lost like 3 hours of building. So I'll show you in some corner of this world just in case, because I have not searched it up enough. But this is a church. We don't go inside buildings because the inside is scary and dark, and we don't like the dark. So we stay outside. We look at the lights on the outside. Looks pretty nice, I'd say. It looks even better when you get the moon behind it. Maybe a little higher. Bring it around. A little higher. That's too early for the lights. There we go. Beautiful. Looks great. I think it looks good anyways. That's all that matters. But I hope you appreciate it too. This is nice. Nice little... We started off with this little house. I can kind of show you... Oh god. I don't have any corners left. Oh wait, yes I do. Because these are just trees. We can get rid of these. Go away, trees. We don't need you. Okay. First thing, started with probably something about that big. Threw on this on the side, extend this up a little bit, and you can pull this up. And it's that easy. It is literally the easiest thing in the world. Thank you, Stampede, for the follow. I remember you calling out justice for me when I was getting screwed by the jury and everything. And the judge. But it's that easy. It's so easy in this game to just create what you want. Like, look, you can move this. That's basically the same thing that I have up there. And it took me, what? 2 seconds? I think it took me 2 seconds. Hello, Baby Lee. Oh, wait. I gotta replay. I gotta replay something here. That was for Baby Lee. Thank you for the follow. And let that disappear. Go away. Go away. There we go. There we go. And that's Haley's. Thank you, Haley, also for the follow. Yeah, and the bailiff and the prosecutor. Well, the prosecutor listened. He just wanted to make sure that my argument sucked in the eyes of everyone else in the courtroom. Why did I replay twice? Oh, it's going to replay 3 times because I clicked it 3 times, isn't it? I put money on it. So if I hear it again, I'm going to ignore it. Unless it's someone different. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, shut up. Okay. Back to what I was saying. It's that easy in this game to just build whatever you want. You can even... Boom. Look at that. And then you can just throw, you know, I want some windows here and here. Maybe I want a big, nice window here. It's just so easy. You can make everything look so good. It's freaking awesome. That's why I love this. And now I'm building this because now I can't get away from it. And that has to look like that. There you go. And then, you know, you want a door, you take a path, throw it in. You know, you can even, you want the door bigger, you can make it huge, you can make it really tiny. I don't know why it'd be that tiny unless there's like a dwarf that's living inside. But we don't discriminate around here. I think if I played, I would get stuck building. I perhaps may or may not have done that already. You want something else on this side. Maybe I want square windows over here. It's beautiful. Literally, everyone was. Even the judge. The second judge, too. Another thing is, you can use your mouse. You can left to right makes it do... You can make it, you know, a little steeper on the roof. Maybe a little smoother. You can also make it bigger by moving the mouse up and down. Or just, you can make it flat. I kind of like... That looks good for a church, I'd say anyways. And my mouse is doing something stupid. Mouse? Mouse? Mouse. There we go. But it looks great. Maybe you want some flowers out here. It's that easy. You want bigger flowers? There you go. You want a tree? Just trees. Lost lots of my time in building in Valheim. Well, we're going to get to Minecraft. That's where I've lost a lot of my time lately. Because I started my own little server for myself. That way so I could build whatever I wanted to. Get rid of these flowers. Get rid of these 2 trees. The Judge 2 did not listen at all. I think he just smacked the shit out of Mex for like 2 minutes while she was trying to talk to me. It is fun. I play modded Minecraft when I'm doing stuff like that though, because vanilla Minecraft it's just not it. Just does not have, you know, the kind of tools that you want and everything like that. It just doesn't have what you want. You could just stay there for a bit because I don't know if we can incorporate you or not. Okay, so that's the church. This is how I started it. Oh, and this is how I got that little hill over there. Just super easy. You want it taller, you can make it taller. You want it steeper, you can make it steeper or smoother. Either way. And what's nice about that, it doesn't even ruin anything. You don't have to worry about that. Or if you wanted to, you know, you have an undo button. Who cares? Why the fuck am I here? What I do this rest? I think it was worse. I think it was much worse than that, actually. Because I'm pretty sure he was just like, smack Mex. and then I was like, that's all. You can send her back now. And he's just like, I should hit her again. I should hit her again. And he just kept hitting her. And then Haley came back and was like, it seems that I've missed all of your evidence, sir. May you please represent it? By the way, that happened twice. Not just once, twice. 2 times. Oh, also something super fun you can do. Oh, now I gotta walk all the way over there. Well, we're not walking. You can pet the sheep. And ducks. Wherever my pond is. I have 2. Duck. See? I mean, you gotta be able to pet something in this game, right? I mean, it's just so nice. Okay. So yeah, built that little hill, pulled it out, gave it a little pond around it, and we could switch back over here and talk about this. Threw in a few flowers over here because it looked nicer. Made it a bit bigger. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Chill vibes. Yes, it is very chill vibes. Like, if you had something that you just wanted to hang out with and you just wanted to listen to music and just let your mind go free, great game. This is a great game. But yes, made these bigger, had this one kind of a little bit shorter, because, you know, in front of the church, you know, maybe you have somebody coming out here and keeping track of all these in the morning, but maybe they don't come down here all the time. I'll switch it over to, be careful, it's going to get very bright in a second. Also, get rid of that so there's no blurriness. So yeah, maybe somebody's not really keeping track of these that well, but they're definitely keeping track of these, you know, right next to the church and everything. I think we do too. I mean, I think we gotta have Mex versus Joe, at least at some point, because that would be funny. And I know they've been wanting to do it for a long time. But yeah. Also, sorry if you can hear my keyboard. It's, mechanical. It's loud for no reason. I don't know why. But yeah, flowers here. Made a little pathway coming up. And these pathways are super easy to make as well. You don't have to change it to go into that kind of a thing. You don't have to change it to go into like a stair at all. Get this a little bit up, and you can just make a path. Boom. Stairs. Undo, undo. You have the same keyboard at work. A loud keyboard. A loud keyboard at work is crazy. I think I'd probably like walk in, like, if it's an office setting, I'll walk into your cubicle and just smash it over your desk if it was too annoying. Hello, welcome in, sir. Life of Doob. I don't think you... No. Okay, cool. But yes, it's nice and easy to make these paths and everything. So, loud mechanical, yes, you're probably the least favorite typer at work, I would assume. Made this nice little pathway here along this pond. I think this looks even cooler at night too. Just everything in this game looks better at night. Thank you for the follow, sir. Sir, come here, Moon. I want you on that side. There you go. I think this just looks so much nicer at night. Although that's not on anymore. There we go. That looks a little bit better. See, it just looks so much better, doesn't it? There we go. Nice little pond. Ducks inside of it. Everything like that. Lily pads. Everything. Looks great. It's going to be bright again. Apologize. And so, those are the 2 things that we started with on this world. And then we moved on to this little neighborhood over here. We have, go take a tour of that really quick. And I gave this person a garden because, I don't know, their house is gloomy. They gotta have something bright on the outside, right? Hello, sheep. Nice pathway. Lights every so often. I mean, these used to be, like, every, like, few feet. just felt like too much. Had to get rid of a few of them. Just didn't look as good. Started with this house. Very square. Nice little different color here. Nothing too neat. Has a little bit of a forest on the backside. That would also be all forest if we didn't just, you know, build a church over there. Kind of this one, which, you know, I look at it now, I'm like, that kind of looks like an old Western saloon if it was, you know, a different color. There you go. Super easy to change colors, too. There you go. Now it kind of looks like an old Western saloon or whatever you want to call it. You don't even have to have those. You're quiet. I am no longer quiet, I hope. Either that or I can just move... I can move my microphone closer if I need to. Or I can just get rid of this. Here, we'll try that. I'll try no noise. No, whatever that is. You're fine. Also, Mex. Thank you for the follow. I had to replay that. Did I get baby leaves? I swear I got baby leaves. I think I did. I don't know if I didn't. I appreciate the follow, baby Lee, because I saw you did that a little bit ago. Also, if you hear people driving outside there, I live on a busy street. Mic sounds far. It is a little bit far. Here, I'll move it closer to me. It's right here. Ugh. Gain. Fine. Cool. Is this better? If this isn't better, then I don't know what... I know you did. I still appreciate it. I had to replay it. Everybody else got theirs replayed. It feels wrong not to replay yours. But, get rid of this. Back to that. There we go. Beautiful. That's what we moved on to next. Gave it a few windows here and there. Although, this window kind of looks odd, but I also don't like just having a blank face. Granted, if I wanted to, I could add a little bit of a decoration like so. If you truly wanted to, you could have something like this. But I didn't need that. Perfect. So, yeah. This looks nice. I don't know why they have a... I didn't give you this. And again, don't go on the inside. It's just scary on the inside. Nothing's on the inside. I don't think that they're going to add that in. I think it'd be too much to add in, you know, interior design into a game like this. Besides, it's already great as it is. Okay, and then we moved on to this person, Hya, who lives here. I don't know who lives here, but they live here. They're a nice little... They look like a nice little gardener. Maybe got some... potatoes. Huh. I don't know. They're weird. But they do have flowers, and that's what matters, because their entire front yard is a flower bed. Got a nice little light for them. Different color again. Just kind of going through all the colors that way so they all had something different. You're not adding furniture. I can't add furniture, Max. I can't. I can't. If I could, I would. But it's impossible. But yeah, give it a nice little different color here. And I like the way that this all kind of wrapped around it. This nice little area here for their walkway. Everything. And... What we got next? We got these two next. These two houses here. And that little dome house. Now, then we moved on to these. Nice little twin house. Kind of back to back. Using the same chimney here. Although we're not going to look in that little corner. Because it looks weird. Because they didn't they didn't mesh together as well as I thought they would. Nice little green roof. Windows here. This door kind of a little iffy on the edge, but it's okay. Windows, obviously. I don't know what the heck this window's used. Those are not drying at all. Give me a second. Channel. Ooh, hopefully this is muted. Sure hope it's muted. There we go. It's muted. And you get to go... bye-bye. I hate bots. Bots are so annoying. But yeah, looks pretty nice, I'd say. Birds and everything up there. There's a bunch of birds. The hell are they coming from? It's like they spawn out of nowhere. Follow the bot unbidden? No. So why do you have a mute symbol next to your name? Are you muted, unbidden? Watching without audio. Oh, you're one of those people. You just have me muted. We're just not close enough like that, unbidden. You just got me muted all of a sudden. Few little bushes here. This was not originally supposed to be a house. This was actually supposed to be like a grain storage or something. It just didn't fit with what we had. It didn't work out that well. Oh, I see how it is, unbidden. You're not even one of those people. But yeah, this is supposed to be a grain storage originally, but didn't look well. Didn't look nice. And I had everything else square, so I thought, why not give some guy a little round house? And it kind of looks like this house has, oh no, those windows are off. That's better. Okay, sorry, OCD. Oh, they're still off. This needs to be. Okay. Okay, now it looks better. The town demands flowers. Bring enough brain rot for everyone. That you do, admit it. You speak for the trees. What are you, the Lorax mechs? Jeez. But probably have some flowers here. This needs a little sprucing up. Maybe some in here as well. Either way. But okay, the windows are fixed. Cool. Now we can ignore them. Needed a different look in the town. Gave it a little rounded roof instead of the pointy stuff that you normally see on there and up there. We'll get up there eventually. She built like the Lorax. Damn, Nidon. No judgment here, man. I don't judge. We don't discriminate here. How bad can I possibly be, unbidden? But I thought this fit well in this little nook that we had here. Out this way. I didn't really have. I could have fit another box house, but it just didn't look right. It just didn't look fine. Looks like a pig. This looks like a pig. Oh no, it definitely does. Cause you got the no. I see it. I see it. I see it right there. We don't do that here. Only in courts where you judge. There we go. Now, on to... What did I make next? I made you next. Oh, I made you next. Okay, sorry. I'm going out of order here. Finish that up. Finish this up. And then we had open space in this corner that just needed to be filled. By the way, Nidon, they don't usually listen. I don't think anybody listens. Does anybody listen anymore? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Made a little pond. Actually, this was originally flowers, and then I accidentally put a little bit too much water. And then I had this little area of flowers, and I was like, actually, it doesn't look terrible. So I threw a tree in the middle. Everything looks great. I had Dr. Pepper because I needed dinner quickly. Got done with a flight, and I was like, I am not making food tonight, so... It's not Coke. Because it's going to stay in my mind. I mean, at least we're all paying attention on the stream to, Lorax mechs and everything like that. Unlike, Haley when she's trying to listen to, maybe your witness or something. Who also happen to be mechs. Mechs must really be the Lorax. Because the Lorax was ignored in the movie. And then... she was ignored as a witness when she was testifying in court. Holy cow. I cannot believe this. We've all just made a connection today. That's crazy. What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, pond. Pond, threw a tree in the middle, had some flowers in the middle. Looks great. This was my attempt at building, other than that, my first attempt at building a meshed house kind of together. But I think it came out great. Looks nice. I don't know who lives here. Probably a rich journalist or something. Oh, is that true, Nidad? Really? Everyone ignores you? I mean, I didn't ignore you. You ignored me. Bailiff bastard. But I'm Snorax. Definitely a rich merchant lives here. He even has a flag for it. Look at that. It looks pretty nice. Pretty chill place here. Nice few windows. Everything looks good. It did come together pretty nicely. Although I did have this at one point extended out, and you could see it breaking, this roof line breaking through here. It just did not look as nice as it could have. So, shoved it back a little bit. Boom. There you go. And then Joe, or Stock, whichever one you know him by for people that are in here. It's gonna get me. Nah, she won't. She won't know. She won't know. Then, nice triangle in here. You know, because, you know, the path of desire, the desire path, whatever. You're not gonna, you know, straight up turn like this. You're gonna kind of mesh on like that. You're not gonna. Nobody walks on the sidewalk where they're supposed to. Why would you do that? Your brain cells tuned out that you laugh so hard? Fair enough. Just saying, while you did stuff. Fair, fair. Lurking is okay, because it keeps the viewer count up. You know, you gotta get to affiliate somehow. But, what do we do next? Threw a little path off here. Didn't know what I was gonna do in this corner. But, I'm not gonna lie, this right here, completely random. I had this path going this way, and I just accidentally clicked and was like, you know what? Those flowers can work there. So, did it. Made a path around it, gave it a few lanterns, and I was like, we need more water around here. This is kind of leading into the forest as well, so you have... Too bad I cannot... If I could, I would make this all, like, water, but my border is here, and I can't go any further than the border. No. I don't think Nidon is talking smack at all. Yes, mini duck unbidden. 4 over here. What do we have over here? 3. No. I don't think he was talking crap. I think he was just letting you know. Hearsay. He swears it was a bit. Oh, walls. Forgot about that. Pond. Made the pond. Made this wrap around it because we needed more water. What, Max? What? Well, actually, you wanted me to guess. Why is there a hole here? That's better. What are your favorite people in here? I would never talk smack about her unless she wasn't listening to evidence. I smell... Moderation, mute, or timeout, or warn. I don't know. I could just ban her. I mean, this is a dictatorship after all. No, I'm not gonna do that. But gotta ignore Mex. She's mean. She was nice the other day when she was streaming Repo. So I'll listen, I swear. Order 66. I'm not a clone, Unbidden. I'm not a clone. like when people listen. I love when people listen. This is... Oh. Oh, no. There we go. That looks better. My bad. Well, apparently, BS, you're Bob Ross. Yeah, but Bob Ross only makes happy accidents. Like that. That was a happy accident. But I'm not a clone of Bob Ross. You see, it's different. It's different. See, because if I was Bob Ross, I'd have a painting right now, and I'd be like, and you just make these nice crisscrossing strokes, you know, just all along, you know, bring it in, bring it in. And today we're going to get our 2-inch fan brush out, and we're just going to jot a little tree in here and there, and just, it's going to look so beautiful. You know, maybe we'll make a little mountain here. Maybe we'll make a little mountain. Yeah, you're nice on your streams. Outside of that, you're a fighter. I mean, Mex, it seems like you're getting called out here. I think you gotta admit that you're a little mean. Whack that brush. Just like, let's see. I don't have any. Like, that's my hand, and that's metal. That hurts like a motherfucker. That's the best you're getting. Okay, that's the best you're getting. Or wait, could I? That's a little better. Oh shit. No, go back. Back in the desk. Making me drop things here, Stampede. I mean, it seems like they got a reason to hate, though. Apparently. These peeking out a little bit. These are kind of peeking out a little bit. I think it's okay. This looks fine. But yeah. You got the sauce, boss. Of course I do. I am Sauce the boss. I always have the sauce, and I am the best boss. This needs out a little bit. Why is this out here so far? There we go. That looked better. The hell were we talking about? Oh yeah, pond. Made a pond. Made a little... I wanted to use walls for something other than what's up there. So I surrounded a little garden bed with walls. It looks really nice, in my opinion. I think it looks pretty good. Gave it a little house out here. I like to imagine that there's just like some little old grandma. You know, maybe like Haley, because Haley just has like the ears of a grandma, apparently. And I like to think that they just keep this nice little garden here for themselves. Looks great. See, it's like, it's a shot at Haley and a compliment, because I bet they keep a nice... I don't know. That was stupid. Either way, she can't listen. You've got grandma ears. Maybe a flower bed in here too. But I think it looks great. Really nice. So what? What, Haley? I didn't say anything. I think you're hallucinating. Seriously. I said what I said. I said what I said. You're not going to live that down, by the way. I mean, it was hilarious. Can't let you live that down already. That roof needs some work. So does that roof. But still. She listened. She did listen. She listened that time. And after that, I thought that we needed... Hello, Mr. Sheep. I thought that after that, we needed... You're nice? I mean, you know, if I'm being honest, I'm leaning towards the you're nice side only because of the nice conversations last night and everything, and the good gameplay and stuff like that. But other than that, you're probably mean. I don't know. Haven't played games with you enough to know. Salty. Blink twice if you're in trouble. So, I decided we need somebody to look over this land. Which, kind of thinking of this like as the Lord's. Can't see that. Lord's Manor. It's not really. It's just kind of like. Maybe it is. I don't know. Someone's manor. Someone lives here. Someone of a higher power than me lives here. Because I'd probably live in like this house. Because that house looks nice. Or that one. Because a dwarf probably lives there. And I'm short. So that's what matters. I mean, I don't think he's a hater. I think he's just honest. That they are, aren't they, Unbidden? That they are. I hadn't looked closely enough. Better. Need to come out just a little bit. These two are aligned. Yes. Is their spacing okay? Their spacing's okay. Cool, there we go. All good, Stampede. Jeez, Max, give him a second. He said he'd be right back. Are you guys? You need to be. A little bit lower. And these two are fine. And that's fine. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Unbidden, for mentioning that those are misaligned too, aren't they? It's really hard to tell with these windows. I believe... I just need like a slow moving button. There's no button for slow movement. It's really difficult. I have paper. I have paper right here. Those are good. Those are good. Yes. I think they're good here too. Yep, good there. Okay, cool. Those look better. Your viewers are dropping like flies in a flower shop. I mean, no, they're not. It's only one. It's only one viewer Unbidden. Jeez. That you are, Nidon. I mean, you let me, well, actually you all let me. Technically, you all let me randomly join in the middle of a game. So that's the manor, that's the Lord's house, you could say. Nice little towers overlooking the little entrance here. Maybe need some windows here or something like that. This probably like grain storage or some kind of storage. When life gives you games, Sauce picks a building game. I mean, it depends. Like, but usually I pick an analytical game or a building game. Yes, probably would go for a more analytical game because I love numbers for no reason. Taxes or grain storage. Just make sure to pick on Mex. Yeah, because Mex is rude to everybody else. As you can see, Unbidden. Well, she says it's the haters, but you know. Who are we to judge? Maybe she is rude to everybody. Okay. Trying to join the haters. Are those different shades? Yes, they are. Why are you different? Are you not different? Is it the lighting? Really? What is the lighting? Wow. Okay, yeah, that is the same. Nice. Just fanning the fire. I think Unbidden's always fanning the fire. You can ignore him. He's always fanning the fire. Get out of the light. There we go. Except Joe. I mean, that's fair. That's understandable. I'm glad to see that he's here. Let's make sure to pick on Son. Yeah, I'm the resident victim of my group, you could say, of the friend group. I'm the resident victim. But let's see. Mex said that we needed more flowers. Mex, where do the flowers need to go? Where do you think that they should go? By the twin houses, like in here somewhere, or where? Where are you thinking? Not up here, though. This is probably going to get destroyed and replaced with forest again. He's always here. He's always lurking around. Assume that if you start streaming, he's watching. He's pretty good at that. There's a sheep. Hello, Mr. Sheep. But Max, flowers, where they gotta be? They said that the trees said that we needed more, so they gotta go somewhere, right? Just more flowers. That's it. Okay, fine. I guess I can work with that. Hi, Joe. We missed you. Saying that you don't. Oh. Is he on Vicky 3 again? Oh, yeah. Oh, so now he chose Hearts of Iron instead. It is. It is very satisfying. Even the noises are nice. I think there's got to be some in here, though. There's no rocks in that one, but that's okay. I think that looks a little bit nicer. I think we gotta have... I think here... There we go. Holy cow. What in the world did I miss? Max is mean. 6.5 hours. Dunno. Hey, I mean, if my stream is a meetup for people, I don't care. Because that brings more people in. I bet this lady keeps more flowers. Can't leave. You're not allowed to leave, Max. Jeez. This is an intervention. Especially if it's an intervention. You can't leave during an intervention. Exactly. You gotta get me into affiliate. That way so Joe can pay my wage or something like that. This man deserves to get it. Be lurking in the shadows so they can't get me. I mean, as long as you're here, you gotta say like one message every 20 minutes though. Just like say, alive. Just like sitting in the back, you're just like, I'm alive. And then you can just disappear for another 20 minutes. And no one has to know you're here. See, he's already thinking about the money rolling into my bank account. Sad times. It's okay. You're not getting a sub from me. Okay, broccoli head? Why do you call him broccoli head? There's gotta be something behind that, right? I mean, if it was me, I'd get offended by being called broccoli head. I bet these actually grow back. I think that looks a little nicer. Maybe a little bit of a... That looks better. Oh, it's his hair. It's his hair. See, that is rude. Looking like something you don't eat. Any violent patterns in your life? This really is becoming an intervention. Yikes. Do we have anything else out here? No, we do not. Let's do a little vigorous clicking here. There we go. See, everything looks great. This game is $15. I got it when it was like $5. So, that's why I got it. She is the violent pattern. Not cooked. Wait, hold on. Do you like broccoli raw? You just, okay, you're telling me that if I went outside right now, you can't see, if I went outside right now and just ripped some broccoli out of the ground, washed it off, and gave it to you, you'd munch it down. No questions asked. You just eat the shit out of it. That's so weird. No, I don't. I don't just walk outside, pull shit out of the ground, and start eating it immediately. You gotta at least cook it at least a little bit. Exactly. It's cooked broccoli is delicious. What the hell's wrong with you? Got some weird people in the stream today. Jeez. See, okay, ranch, fine. You can have ranch with your raw broccoli, you creep. Okay. Does there need to be flowers in this area? Yes or no, people? What do we think? I'm thinking maybe at least a little bit. Maybe a teeny bit. What do you guys think? While I get a drink again. Just a pinch. Just a pinch. You like... Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, no. Steam with a little bit of it. Okay, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. How's what about it? Did you get blocked? What'd you do? There's no way you got blocked. Oh, no, she did get blocked. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Stock, for paying attention to that. Only veggie, I don't like... I'm bitten? Shut up. You don't like celery? I think that's okay. Celery tastes weird. It's like stringy. You take a bite out of it and it's just like it leaves strings everywhere. It's just like it's weird. Gonna nerf your auto mod. Yeah, that's fine. You can kill the auto mod. That's fine. I can understand mushrooms a little bit. Onions, maybe. Bell peppers, not so much. Yeah, I'm kind of with Nidon on that. I'll eat any of them. Maybe not, raw mushrooms. That's weird. It's got to be like cooked and on something else. The chaos afterward. No, Unbidden. No, no, no. Like every veggie is an NPC. I would agree with that. I think that is a fair statement. I don't even think that's a rude statement. I think that's just the truth. I think that looks better. No, I'm not going to convince you otherwise. I think that's just true. I feel no need to convince you otherwise. I believe that that is just a true statement. Fair. You don't like tomatoes? Okay, do you not like... What kind of tomato? Do you just despise tomatoes, or do you just... certain kinds of tomatoes, or like what? Raw onion cut up. You can eat raw onion? Oh, Jill, you're testing the automod, aren't you? That's fine. See all the flowers. Why did you just put all of the veggies in emojis in the chat, Haley? You like trying to scare off people that don't like veggies, Haley? Jeez. That's fair. I feel like that's fair, Unbin. I think raw tomatoes, I couldn't eat just, okay, grape tomatoes, like those little, like, baby tomatoes, I could eat those. Cool, the automod's good. You like ketchup, that's fine. Tomatoes are good, I would agree. You didn't know they existed. That makes sense. Just had to test it out. I think we need a few here. Looks a little lonely over here. I don't like that. I think we need a little... At least a patch of green. Maybe a little... I got rid of their thingy. I think that looks better. See, that's okay. BLTs are good. Unbidden? I got my eyes on you. You know that? Tomatoes. Wait, tomatoes make you gag? Or tomato sandwiches make you gag? I pick my cucumbers fresh out of the garden, wash them off, and... See, that's okay. Cucumbers are different. A lot different than broccoli. I don't understand how she can just rip it out of the ground, wash it off, and munch on it. Okay, Unbidden, could you do like vinegar cucumbers though? Could you do vinegar cucumbers? I think those would be pretty good. At least I like them the way that my mom made them. Jeez, Haley. Just going insane with the emojis. Ooh. It's basically just pickles. It's different. I don't know how she does it. It's different. It's kind of pickles, but it's not exactly the same, but it's basically the exact same thing. It's weird. It tastes good. I'll tell you that much. Dude, pickles, yes. Pickles are fine. I love pickles. Just eating them, perfect. Just dipped in a bit of salt. I mean, no, it's good too. I don't know about that, Unbidden. I think you're weird for liking sauerkraut, you little weirdo. But I didn't say that. Pickled cabbage. That's it smells so terrible, dude. That is not something I can force down my throat. I don't like salt on cucumbers or watermelon. I would agree. I don't like salt on watermelon or any kind of melon at all. And people that say it makes it sweeter, I would say that you're weird. Also, I thought sauerkraut was spelled different. I thought it was like SAUR something. It's good for your health. I got McDonald's, dude. I don't care about health that much. I care a little bit, but not too much. What are we thinking, people? Does this look better? Or actually, I should say Mex. What are we thinking, Mex? Does this look better flowers wise? Added a few while we were all talking here. Yeah, I think it does. That's how it's spelled. The way Doob spelled it. That's how it is. You want Taco Bell? Didn't you just say you just got food? I swear she just said she had food. I could have swore she said that. So Max likes it. Cool. What does everybody else think? Everybody else think this is good now? I think this looks fine. What's that supposed to mean, Unbidden? What do you mean I wouldn't understand what you said? I see how it is. There we go. I think this is a nice little spot here. Each single thing, just drink a Dr. Pepper. Okay. You might want to get some food. Have that like Windows crash sound as well, Unbidden, that as it just dies. You're probably not wrong. I'd probably look at that and be like, what is that? For just a split second, and then I'd be like, oh, right. Okay. Let's take at least a few pictures here. Swoosh that moon around here. What are we thinking for a good angle here? I think like this would look fine. Bring the moon to that side maybe. A little bit too bright. Make it a little bit darker. Not too dark that the lights go off. Somewhere in here's the sweet spot. That's the sweet spot. And we'll just put you behind it. Kind of backlighting it like this. Alright. Okay, that broke last night. I'm not sure why it's... Oh, wait. It's because this is out. There we go. Where is it? I'm so confused. Where in the... Where is it? Okay, I can kind of tell, I guess. We just redid this. Whatever. I don't even know. You want to play Repo? I don't have Repo, Max. I'm sorry. See, okay. I've never understood this. But like in professional pictures, they always darken the edges. I think it just looks weird unless you're trying to get like a certain kind of setting in. I used to take a lot of pictures. So that's kind of why I think it's weird. That's my reasoning anyways. Like that looks fine. better. And there's one. Kit repo. You're gonna lurk. That's fine. Thank you, Doob. Thank you. She's being very toxic lately, people. Let's see. What else needs a good picture taken of it? I think we go over here and take a picture of these houses again. I took some last night, but they just didn't look right. Well, I know. I've just never liked that dark outer edge. It just looks weird. Unless, like, you know, night shots like this, I can kind of understand it. But it makes sense either way, but I just find it weird. This is personal opinion. Take some... What do we think here? Maybe a shot over the pond, maybe? Something kind of like that. Center it up. New Sonic Rewrite Round 2 came out. Huh. Don't know if I know what that is, I'd say. Just a little bit. Right about there's a good amount of blurriness. Maybe bring this in just a tiny bit. I think that looks a little, maybe just a little bit to the left. It's kind of focused on this pole a little bit here. What, Vicky 3 crashed your computer? Or did Hoi 4 crash your computer? Which one crashed your computer? And I think for the last one here, I think we take a picture of this one. And then we'll move on to Kingdoms and Castles. And that'll be the next one. Shall try again. The center focused up on kind of the door-ish. We're looking like right here for the center of this picture. Nice background here. This is the main focus. Kind of blur. I want this light to not be super blurry, that way so it doesn't look super weird. Kind of like there-ish. That looks fine. If it keeps crashing your computer, why do you keep turning it on? Honestly, I think all the colors look fine like that. I think this is good. Maybe a little bit more saturation. Yeah, less saturation. That looks better. There we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Tinyglade. Now, on to the next build we go. And that will give us a quick second here to go into... Not that one. Not what I wanted. What do you mean popping off? I don't think I understand what you mean, Unbidden. If I can get this to work properly. Does anything ever work? No, nothing ever works. Why would it do what you want it to do? You know, if everything just always worked all the time, we wouldn't have fun times like these. Where you're trying to fix a problem that doesn't want to be fixed. There we go, webcam. Are we friends now? I think we're friends now. Okay, on to the next game we go. Transition over here. Hasn't crashed before. New issue. That's fair, I guess. That makes sense. Leave. Quit to desktop. Now we're moving on to Kingdoms and Castles. change over our little thing here. New game. I'm sorry, since you're going to hear my keyboard really quick so I can change over. Update the stream settings. Close. Okay. I made this a long time ago. I'm talking like 2, 3-ish years ago. So this is over a long time. He sent me a message. No, he didn't. Okay, cool. My bad. I was looking at something. It seemed important. But this one is called, this little village here is called Red Eagle. I'm echoing. I am echoing, aren't I? That should fix the problem. I shouldn't be echoing anymore. This is Red Eagle, and the zoom in, zoom out is backwards, so I keep messing that up. Maybe look a little bit better like this. Am I echoing still, yes or no? What? Still echoing? Good? Bad? You had two streams of mine open, didn't you? Probably something like that. But this is Red Eagle. And this is where we started in Red Eagle. Nice little area right here. Now I won't, this one won't take as long as Tiny Glade because this is like basically already a fully fleshed, we're gonna ignore that part actually, we're gonna go back up here. That portion doesn't exist yet. You don't know about that portion, okay? But this is a nice little, this is the nice little starting area here. Had some forestry going on, nice little cemetery for all the dead people. Nice manners and everything. And then we expanded this way, got into the huge farms. Eventually we got a little aqueduct going in here from a water wheel that lives down here. We're still not going too far south because I don't want to show you everything already. Inefficient. I do not care. It looks cool. In my mind, it looks cool. It is wildly inefficient, but what matters is that it looks nice. Kind of. Ignore this portion. That portion doesn't look nice. We don't talk about that portion. Trash. Hey, you say what you want, man. You say what you want, but I tell you what. I put effort into this. That's what matters. But we expanded out here to the... This would be the west. We expanded out here to the west. Then we went south a little bit. And then I was like, oh, wait. I need iron. And as well as iron, charcoal. Made a little area over here. Bigger cemetery. Everything like that. Got forestry going up here. A mine up here. Iron mine and everything. Blacksmiths down here as well. And so then when we move south, you know, you got to keep all the needs up and everything. There's a bunch of churches, hospitals, libraries, everything just kind of just tucked in here. It's not the most efficient, you know, as they said, it's not the most efficient place to live. But, I mean, who cares? It looks fine. This game's great. All these old people running around. These people are living lives out here. If I can't zoom in too far. Holy cow, zoom in on the street. These people are all living lives out here. What's this guy doing? See, look at him. He's fetching... What is that? I don't know what that is. Wheat, I think? That guy's returning stuff. That guy's probably getting food for his family. He just walked away. Never mind. That guy? No idea. Oh, he's learning. See, look. This guy saw a fairy one time. And he's forgetting Jousting and Apprentice. And so we moved south. Everything got bigger. And then it just kind of spiraled. It just kind of spiraled. And it got really big. I figured out that this is the best, in my opinion, one of the more efficient ways to do it. Just having cottages stacked next to each other. They're cheaper. Better for building like that. And they look... kind of like an old like architecture in like Italy and stuff like that, how you have all the houses smashed together in one line. So it's kind of like the mini inspiration here. Got the streets running alongside them. I mean, this is not that big of a failure. One too many failures? What do you mean? What do you mean? This is also on the peaceful mode because I did not want to have to like fight monsters and things like that in this. So I didn't have a need for any of this being built, but I had a lot of open space and I didn't want to keep adding houses. So I built like a mini castle here. Nice cathedral, a great hall, everything that you might ever need, a large fountain that totally has running water. Totally has running water. What about the chat? You guys are just talking in emojis. Oh, okay. I see what you did. Yes, you failed. You did add one too many dinosaurs, didn't you? Or no, he failed. He added one too many dinosaurs. You're right. You're right. Salt doesn't care about the rules. Now he's just adding one. Oh no, now they're all going to start adding one. Oh, this is going to spiral very quickly. Hospital, everything else in here, large tavern, stuff like that. And as well as a great library down here. This is a jousting arena. The large quarry is, you know, kind of a weird centerpiece down here, but it's there. This is supposed to be like a kind of like a great square that is what exists down here. Another great square as well. A lot of agriculture and stuff like that. Orchards down here, agriculture as well. Agriculture, housing for everyone. And then you get to this mess, which is the mess that we just try to ignore as long as possible and hope it goes away. But I don't think this is really going to get expanded upon anymore. I kind of like where it is. Might start a new one. Maybe actually fight monsters and things like that. Welcome back, Stampede. Yeah, it's a little bit more than a +1. He kind of misobeyed the rules there of your little game. But I don't think this is gonna get really expanded upon too much. Like other than, you know, the story, actually really isn't any story behind this one because this was all just like I kind of built this direction, expanded down this way, figured out that building houses like this was pretty efficient, so I just did it. Hooty hoot, bitch. Fishing and stuff over here. Reservoir for the old bathhouse, as well as giving some of the farms around here better yield per year. This is a new game. This is Kingdoms and Castles. It is the second of the 3 games that we're going to look at all of the builds that I've done on. This isn't really a build. This is a little bit of a kingdom that I've built. Used to be a village at one point. Started up here, moved down here, got a lot of agriculture going, housing and everything. Moved down here, housing, all of the things that their needed, stuff like that. Made a little castle-ish area. And then this is the industry. We just kind of ignore it. It doesn't exist if you just don't look at it. But yeah, so I think that that'll do it for Kingdoms and Castles, unless anybody has any questions or anything. These are all deactivated because I don't need them. So yeah, this is Red Eagle. But yeah, probably won't be continuing this one too much. Crashing is like the pain. He hasn't crashed yet that I know of, because I still see him active on it. But yes, not bad. I hope you stop crashing too, Stock. Don't worry. But I think that'll do it for Kingdoms and Castles. We're going to move on to the big project that we will start continuing tonight in Minecraft. So, back over here to the old kind of intermission thing. Figure out what was echoing. Oh wait, no. Stock was an idiot. That's why I was echoing on his monitor. That makes sense. Or on his side. That makes sense. So we'll leave this here. Yeah, save and quit, that's fine. After updating your drivers. Oh. Why didn't you update your drivers beforehand? How long has it been since anybody else has updated their drivers? Because I didn't update my drivers one time, and my computer completely killed itself and only displayed through integrated graphics on the CPU. Because I forgot to update my GPU drivers. We're doing Minecraft. That's what we're doing. Open up CurseForge. I can't see the chat for a second here and talk amongst yourselves, people. Gotta open up this other one here. Yes. That's fine. You can hang out over here. And I gotta open this as well. Make sure that everything's working. Okay, I can see chat again. Don't start a revolution, Unbidden. I see that. You can't ban me. Stock, I will take away your little mod thing that you got there. You've raged it all out. It's okay. Well, you've come back at the perfect time. You get to see the Minecraft builds. I know. I don't need you to update. I need you to play this mod pack though, CurseForge. I would love that. Stop opening things because I do not need them. And where did my task manager go? Task manager? Task manager, where'd you go? You would atone for your sins. I don't think he can make you a mod, Unbidden. Watch this. Make sure that everything's going good over here. You don't have that power. You do not have that power. Okay. Update the stream again. It's already been an hour and a half, basically. Nice. And we're no longer on that. We have moved over to Minecraft. Update. You can't ban me off of my own stream. But get him, girl. So many things could say, but you shall be nice. I appreciate it, Unbidden. It's okay. I can update the stream for you. Can you? What powers do you have anyways? Aren't you already a moderator? I don't know how to update your stuff. Oh wait, hold on. I bet I can open this. Somebody that's smarter than me, tell me how to update his things. Friday Night Funkin'. And don't worry, we're still waiting for the Minecraft mod pack to load itself without trying to kill my computer. You need editor powers. I don't know how to do that. Moderation? Pull this over here so I can look. Creator dashboard, roles manager under community. Roles manager. Ah ha ha ha. What the hell does artist do? There you go. You get that. See, now, I would let you join the Minecraft, but the thing is, it is my actual IP that the server address would be, so you'd be able to trace me, and I'd really prefer that not to happen, or for my IP to somehow, some way, get leaked somewhere. Ignore my casual power grab. It's okay. Here, I gotta add somebody else. And apparently I can't add him. How do you spell your damn name? That's the one. Give him that. Save. Wow, words are hard. Fair enough. Docs time. You do have power, but don't abuse the power, Unbidden. You know not to abuse power. You do have a coworker. Thankfully, you already know your coworker, and I hope you won't accidentally murder your coworker. Now, I want to state that in this world, it is survival. I do not have time to go and mine all of the stone that I have used. Yes, I have gone into creative mode and given myself things. Yes, I will do it again, and yes, I will do it on stream if I have to. I want to make that clear, though. That way, so if I do cheat, you know that I've done it before, and it's normal, because I don't have time to do this, okay? You can't, yeah, you cannot time out your coworker. You request a pay increase, or you dox me. Well, I don't understand how you're going to get a pay increase. Because I don't have money anyways, Unbidden. I am cheating. I am cheating, yes. But you'll see why in a second. So let's go back over here. There we go. So, this is a world that I call lore. I call it lore because of everything that I've done in this world, and I will show you in a minute what that looks like. But first, I wanted to show off this build. Let me get a sip of Dr. Pepper. I mean, right, there you go, Ben. There you go. There you go. I hope you liked it. Gotta share, though. No time, no money. Hey. I'm not always cheating. I'm not always cheating. But that's, you know, that's something that you just got to believe me on. You know, I might cheat right here, actually. Minecraft. Cooked. That's not how you spell that one. 64. Fight me. Bastards. Thinking that I have time to go murder a million cows. I don't. But there we go. Okay. We'll show this off. So, these are all waypoints for things that still need built. But this is the general layout. I am a cheater. I said fight me, didn't I, Max? Fight me. But this is a layout of a little city that I'm building here in this world, and this is, you can see, I've explored a little bit in this world. This is where we started over here. I'll get to that in a minute. Also, do not, my building skills in Minecraft are absolutely terrible. I will state that before we go back over there. And I didn't build a portion of that. I will show you the portion that I did not build. But either way, I'm building a nice, huge village over here. And there's apparently creepers in that corner. Simpleton. I'm not a simpleton. Look at this. This is all sophisticated. But, this is a village that or city that I'm building, not village. I do not have the jetpack mod on this, no. This is like a vanilla plus mod. It just adds a lot of other stuff in it. It is, I can get you the exact mod pack. Maybe I can't get you the exact mod pack. I cannot remember what this mod pack is called. I will tell you later what the mod pack is called because I don't remember myself. But let's start over here. This is a main gate. Main gate, little bridge. I didn't build this bridge because this bridge looks too neat. Main gate here, which is, I can't remember how tall. I want to say it's 8 or 9 blocks tall. It's 2 blocks taller than these. It's 9 blocks tall. Because these city walls are all going to be 7 blocks tall. And that's what this gray line is here that still needs built, is the city walls. 9? Yep, 9. Gate tower. So yeah, these are gate towers for everything that might happen. They will look better eventually. Either way, this is just the rough outline of everything. I'm not even done building everything inside that I want to build. I've barely built the castle, everything like that. So yeah, city walls, we have a big tower over there, a big tower over here that I still need to build. As you can see here, that's its outline. I cannot remember how tall they are. So small. This is fucking huge, Unbidden. At least for me, this is huge. These are going to be 12 blocks tall, which is a watchtower over here looking over this little pass. Yes, 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 I know, I know. See, but the thing is, having time to do it, though. You fucking weirdos. Castle. This is gonna be a trail up to the castle. Sorry, I'm not explaining as I'm running. I forgot to also say, that is another gate over there. This is like the south gate that you would enter if you're coming from the south of the city. It's not built up yet, obviously. Haven't had time to do it yet. And then trail up to the castle, up here, up this little hill / mountain. I thought having the castle on the hill would be a pretty cool. And Castle on the Hill is also a name of an Ed Sheeran song. I just realized that as well. And this is where it's all going to be built. I don't really know what's going to be inside here yet. These are... And it meshes with the city wall over here, so this is why this isn't built yet. This is all city wall here. And I do have... I need more stone brick. I'll give myself more stone brick in a minute. But... And if I don't fall off of my own walls... Here we go. Better. Meshes over here with the city wall that falls alongside of it. Finding this place actually wasn't too terrible. I just kind of looked around. I knew I needed a city, and I'll show you why I needed a city to the south of this village here. I needed a city south of it that was big enough to add more lore that I will explain again in a minute when we get to that. But this is where this little big castle on this hill is going to be. It'll look pretty cool. Such a thin wall. It is thin for now. I want the city walls to at least be 3 deep. And maybe the castle walls to just have... Maybe the castle walls can be thinner. Just because, you know, there's not a lot of space on the inside here to build anyways. But yes, I want the city walls to at least be, you know, 3 blocks. Obviously, you have like a middle path that you can walk down. And you have the 2 outer edges that you can, you know, build something on or whatever. But yes, city walls kind of wrap around here. Like such. 3D. Then let's see. What else am I missing? Okay. We'll go over the areas that are going to get built. This over here, so I don't have to... Actually, I can just do this. That's not what I meant. Delete. And teleport. This out here, this little hill out here is going to be a farm area for this big city that's getting built over here. This in here is going to be the area where all of the military stuff is built, like blacksmiths, barracks, maybe even like a little stable for, you know, things like that for horses and stuff. This is going to be the main square. It needs flattened, maybe a little bit of an extension out here at least. And, main square. It's where everybody hangs out. Maybe a few shops and stuff. A few tents. Exactly. That was the plan. Because those are three wide. That was the plan for the whole 3 deep walls. And then the commercial district here would be like shops and other things like that for, people. Maybe there's a baker or something, or like a librarian, something like that. And since this world technically has magic in the mod pack, I believe there is at least a little bit of magic. You can have, a wizard or a witch. It'd be a cool, nice area to do that too. Residential, obviously, houses and things for people that live here. Sleeping areas and stuff. Castles up there. And other than that, that's really all for this place. So yeah, I think it's a pretty neat little area that we have going on in this area. So now we'll move up to where this all started at. And technically the spawn point's like over here somewhere. I can't remember where. It's somewhere over there. But we'll teleport over here. Ignore the dragon. Dragon doesn't exist. You don't see him. So, get rid of those. This is the first portion of the build. There used to be a little farm. Ignore that. That's ugly, I know. There used to be a little farm here. Now there's just flowers and things like that. Magic is good. Magic is nice. It's always good. Magic is the best. So, this is the little tower. The first little tower that we had built here. This is a dragon that lives in the top of the tower. He's pretty cool, isn't he? I think he's pretty cool. He doesn't like me, though. That's for sure. We also have underneath a little tunnel system that connects to everything that's been built in this area ever. And now, we'll go over here. This is the main storage area. You can see when it was built. Storehouse completed year 0, built by rebuilders, lost the boss, which is me. The reason that that's there will make a ton more sense in about 2 showcases. And by 2 showcases, I mean this one, that one, and then we'll get over there. And that will explain everything about this world. This is a storehouse, obviously, for storage and things. There's not much in here because I really don't mine a bunch to do everything. What is your proposition? What is your proposition, Max? Gonna wait for her proposition. But I did build this, as it says, with redwood. Came from that forest over there. And I kind of like how it looks. This was probably, out of all of these, my favorite build. That one I'm proud of because of all the work that went into it. This one, I like the look, but it's just, it's okay. It's time. What is time? It's time for what? What have I missed? And this one, here's the minor study. If you let me, Stampy, I'll be super nice. Would be red. Wood is definitely red. It's very red. I mean, didn't you say you were nice, though, Max? Like, I mean, if saying that you'll be nice now, just because I let you join, I mean, I feel like that means that you weren't being nice before. Are you admitting that you're a little bit of an asshole? But, and then obviously, gotta have lights in the corners. It just looks nicer, especially at night. I need some paths, that's for sure. Max is never nice, don't listen to her. I'll be nicer. Oh, nicer. Okay. This is a little minor study. It was built, again, by me, the rebuilder. Which, again, will make more sense when we get in there. I will explain everything, I swear. It's okay, we shall watch today. I'm going to be continuing after this. It's not... This is not just ending after this. I will be beginning building of the city and anything else that might need done as well. Just thought you were... Is that a yes? Consider it a maybe for now. Let me finish this up first. Let me finish showing off everything first and explaining what this world is. But minor study, completed year 0. Again, makes more sense when I show you the library in a second. I built this. This was the second build. And the books that need to be returned to the library. Again, makes more sense when we get to the library. But what's nice, I like this build for, that little tiny little baby roof up there is actually a little bit of an area to chill out at. It's pretty nice. Good, nice area if you wanted some silence from building or something, as long as that dragon doesn't make too much noise. But nice little silent area to build and everything. So that's the minor study. We'll go through the tunnels now and make our way over to the library. I'll show you the outside of that when we get there. So this is the tunnels. Every single building has a, what is this, a 5 by 5, I think, little square underneath of it with a ladder to get down into them. You can walk through here. Everything's surrounded by stone bricks. The roof still needs some work here. This one's completely finished up. So this is what everything should look like. I think this is 5 by 5. Maybe it's a little bit bigger, this one. That was because I hadn't standardized everything yet. But that's fine. And this is underneath, as it says here, main storage. And that goes to the minor study. And then this is the main tower here. And so as you can, I don't think it says welcome to the, oh no, welcome to the tunnels. You're at main tower. And then main storage is that way. Minor study is that way. You know, you got to have your directions. Main library and quiet space. This quiet space will make a lot more sense again when I show you the library. This portion has only been dug out. It has not been finished yet. And then this is the little portion that's underneath the main library. Another 5 by 5 square as we go up here. And this is the librarian. He's a zombie horse. He knows everything. He's been here since the beginning of this lore. And this is a little book of visitors. Guest book for visitors of the Grand Library. Leave your name and title. I am the rebuilder of Ogmaron, which is this. This is Ogmaron. So now we're getting into the lore of this world, which makes way more sense as to why everything has like cornerstones and things like that. And as well as the explorer and historian Edwin Hall has been here. The observer has been here. A mysterious character he is. A student of Wistaria, which is this over here. This is Wistaria because it's to the west. Duh. And student of Irvanon, Iris. And Irvanon, you might be asking, where the hell is Irvanon? This is Irvanon right here. Irvanon, Wistaria, Ogmaron, and I completely forgot the name of this place, but it'll come to me eventually. So this library has everything. It has history of the Old Empire. I need to write books on the history of the Old Empire of Ashtaria. I was there. I was there too. You was there too. You was there too, McLean. So this. We'll start with this. The history of Volume 1. Ooh, now we're getting into like audiobook. Here we go. Across from the stone bridge, the lost city of Ogmaron stood one of its last towers. Someone new has scurried inside of it, claiming the old tower and thus the rights to the kingdom of Astaria. Though the kingdom had long fallen some odd 100 years ago, the Tower of Knowledge still stood strong, being the final piece of the Shut up, Unbidden! I see those damn Z's! Sorry, I apologize. Still stood strong, being the final piece of the Empire. Pillagers and monsters now roam the land after the loss of the Empire, and only one person now can reclaim what is lost. This is the beginning of the era of new life. Many new things have been created since the new life has arrived, starting simple with the clearing of the Tower of Knowledge and creation of the underground tunnels that will soon run under the hopeful new capital of Astaria. A new storage house was built, the red one, just to the south of the Tower of Knowledge, now known as the main tower. Underneath the tunnels grew in size, becoming 3 by 3 in size. Oh, sorry. Period. Underneath the tunnels, that needs to be capitalized, but I can't edit this fucking book. Underneath, there's a few other typos in here. You'll see them eventually. Underneath, the tunnels grew in size, becoming 3 by 3 in size. Make that needs a comma. I'm not an English teacher. Making travel easier and more accessible for those underground. The tunnels were presumably made as a way of safe travel between locations inside of the capital. Inside of the capital. So far that is all that we, Jesus, I cannot read. So far, that is all that we have discovered to have happened in the year 0 of the era of new life. Explorer and historian Edwin Hall, who is also that guy. And that goes there. That's History Volume 1. This is the Journeys of Edwin Hall, which is, I'm not going to read this because it is 28 pages long. And it just goes over, it is quite literally everything. I gotta go outside for that 1 second. Whoops. And so, obviously, saw straight up blue screen for a sec. I didn't blue screen. Did I? My bad. But no. The journeys and everything, and Edwin Hall is technically, Edwin Hall's technically me, because obviously I have to write everything. But it's always nice, go and explore the world. You can, roleplay as a character that you aren't. Go explore. So that Journey 1 is the, everything that I saw going down through here and making this loop up here and coming back. But the reason he made that journey is to figure out, Tales of Old, is to figure out where Eldridge, the Wizard of the Old Capital, or the Wizard of the Old Kingdom went. I'll read this one, and then eventually I will let people join, and they can read whenever they want to, but I will read this book again. They invaded from the north, breaching the capital's walls in just days. I stand here as I see the smoke rising in the north, my home, books, belongings, and many other things now ash. The only thing I wield now is this book and quill, writing my knowledge down, hoping that someday someone will stumble upon my writings and be able to save this world from its terrible fate. I stand now in the village of Irvanon, in one of their churches, writing this, leaving this here to let you know, reader, that you should follow my trail if you wish to learn from me and my experiences. And again, Irvanon is the village that was down here. And so we were on page 3 actually. Now I shall head west in search of a new village. I believe if my memory holds true, I should be able to escape from the monster hordes and take refuge in a village a short distance from Irvanon. I shall leave my book there, traveler. I pray to the gods that you shall find me, spread my knowledge and the will of my king, Berengar, and rid this world of these monsters. I bestow upon you my knowledge, Wizard Eldridge. So that is who... I believe in here it says, closing in on the new year as I travel west to visit the house of an old and forgotten wizard, although I doubt that Eldridge left a clue to where he went there. That's basically, is this there in vanilla? No, this isn't vanilla. This is a mod pack on Cursed Forage that you would have to download to be able to play on this server. But it's a pretty sizable mod pack, but not like huge. There is... 402 mods. It's not the biggest that you could play with, but it is a big one. But yes, Edwin Hall is currently in the lore. He is currently trying to find all of the books from the wizard Eldridge, and he's been exploring to go find where he's been going. And so that's what this is. But the problem is, when I went south on the journey to find Eldridge, I didn't find a village. So I had to make one, and that's what this will be. So that's what that's gonna be. And that's when, and I have a little note over here on my other monitor that shows me all the books that I need to write still and what I need to do and everything like that. And this is stories from around the kingdom. This is going to be like books that Edwin Hall might find in, places that he's randomly just walked into and has been like, oh, look, a cool book. I should return that to the Great Library and whatnot. And Tales of Old, this will mostly all be written by Eldridge and or old kings of the old kingdom, or the old empire of Astaria. And this will all be filled with history books from old historians from back when the kingdom, or the, why do I keep saying kingdom? The empire of Astaria was still a thing. New history of the new era of life will all be written by Edwin Hall and or someone else that is a historian in the era of new life. Tales of Old, again, written by Eldridge and others. Stories from around the kingdom, written by really anybody, just anything that I want to put in there. Locations of the kingdom. This is stories of the villages that you might find. So like Irvinon along the banks of the Persepliquis River. This is the Persepliquis River right here, and this is Irvinon. To the south of the capital stands the village of Irvinon. And it explains, what's in the village, things that you can find, interesting things in the village. What's interesting about this one, there's two destroyed churches and two new churches, which is something that I believe is explained in one of these books. I think it's one of those. I can't remember exactly. I'd have to look again. This one doesn't have anything yet because it might just be more locations. I'm not sure. It kind of depends on what I need to do. Books of unknown origin. Any books that Edwin Hall or anyone finds and brings to the Great Library and submits. Ruined and or lost books. These are kind of fun. You can't tell exactly what was written, but it was written by someone. Works of fiction. These will just be books that I write for fun, that I want to have like little stories in. And books of visitors. These will be books about the people that arrive. These will be books about people that arrive to the server or whatever. Currently, only my friend RKM has joined this server, so I gave him his own little book here, explaining, why he was here, or like what the backstory to him is and whatnot. Just kind of depends on what they do when they arrive and things like that. And then I did that, explained this one. And again, this might be another section of writings and letters from the Old Kingdom. Not too sure. It just kind of depends on how everything fits in. Books of visitors and things like that. What do you mean rigged? Did that, went over that. And then history of the Chilean culture. I did not go over this, but before the old empire of Astaria was the kingdom and people of Calais, the Chilean culture, as you can see here. Although lost even to the old empire of Astaria, Edwin Hall seems to find his way around in finding books about the Chilean people. So yeah, that's all the lore here. That's all the lore that's been written so far. And there was books in my inventory to write, but I also, again, I don't have time to do all of this, so I do cheat in book and quill. Because why would you waste your time, figuring that? Why would you waste your time going and, getting all this leather and feathers and things? It just doesn't make sense. And this is the outside of the Great Library here, completed year 1. As it was a bigger build, I thought, maybe a year has passed since everything had been built. Has a nice little outside lamp here. I wanted to kind of help out and make something cool, but it didn't come out the right way. And, the big window in the back that you see. I had to do a little bit of terraforming in the back here to make this fit. There was a giant ravine that rolled right through where I was building. But, I mean, the outside doesn't look too bad. But again, it might look bad, but I am proud of the effort that went into it. And I do not care because I didn't use a tutorial to build that. So that's what matters. Now, this is going to be a storehouse for the Great Library here. It's in concept. I know I want it to be this big. I just don't know what the outside's going to look like yet. Obviously, it's going to follow the stone bricks because it's from the Great Library, so it's going to follow that. But this will be a place to store copies of all the books and everything. Like, if a million people get on or whatever and want to all read, the history volume 1 at the same time, then, there's more books than just the one that they can all read or whatever. No, I do not. I've not played any Soulsborne games. That is all of the Agmaron here. The old capital. Technically now the new capital, but still. Either way. Dragon. But yeah, that's all for this one right here. And I'll show you a little bit. I'll just show you Westaria and Irvanon. So this is Westaria. Nice little village here. You might like Bloodborne. If it's a Souls-like game, I usually hate them because I suck at Souls-like games. But, you know, maybe I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll look at it. But this is Westaria. This is the second village that Eldridge, the wizard of the Old Empire, visited on his journey to escape the invasion from the north. And obviously, villagers, you know, there's a villager mod to add in guards and things like that, make it a little more lifelike in the villages and everything. What's nice about this village, it was built on the edge of a redwood forest, so it looks freaking awesome, is what it looks like. See, and that's why I kind of started this. I wanted my own world like that I could share with people, so that's kind of what I built this world like. Just making it my own, building lore into it and everything like that. Fair enough. Yeah. What do you want, Tyrone? What up, Tyrone? Shiny armor. To you too, sir. Yeah, this is a little village of Westaria. We'll go over here to Irvanon. On the banks of the Persepliquis River, which is this big river here that kind of flows through the village. Nice little area. Irvanon was, in my opinion, built on the perfect river, you know, to be a nice little semi-suburb of the old capital, but either way. And here is one of the two churches, and both of the ruined churches. One there, and there's one here. The other church here. Am I allowed to add lore? It depends. If it fits, it's fine, but it kind of... I have somewhat of an idea of how I want things to go, but also taking over the characters that are in the world already, like, you know... Maybe you wanted to add a story about how Eldridge, like, fought a dragon or something. Yes, it is your dragon, RKM. Maybe you wanted to add a story about how Eldridge fought a dragon in his times in the old Empire. I mean, that's fine, you know, because you're taking over the character, and you're just kind of adding a little bit extra lore there. But the main, like, history of the Old Empire, I'm kind of... you know, keeping with me for now, but, you know, you could always, as well, if you join in and, you know, do another journey of Edwin Hall, going and finding the next village or something like that. Oh, that? Yes, that you can definitely do. That is perfectly fine. I am A-okay with that. Because if you build something, I will find a way to mix it in perfectly. As long as it's not like, you know, a dick. Don't build a dick statue. You build a dick statue, it's getting destroyed and demolished. I hope you know that. But if you build something cool, like if you build this, for instance, like you just built like a random house in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I found a random house in the middle of nowhere and mixed it in with Edwin Hall's journey to go find something. So like stuff like that, perfectly fine. You want to make a little build in the corner of the map, like over here somewhere? Go ahead. Doesn't matter to me. Hello, Mr. Preacher. Well, yeah. So that's Irvanon. And I got to remember what the hell I called this place. I don't know if I gave it a name yet. I thought I did. Huh. Maybe I did give it a name. Oh, wait, I can just teleport. I was about to run. You should have power fully restored by tomorrow. Good, good. You shall build something to put me to shame. Perfectly fine. You go ahead and do that. It does not take much. Hello, Mr. Librarian. How are you today? Is it in this one? Nope. Okay. I don't think I have a name for that one yet. Because it's not written into anything yet. So, that shall... Can you move? No? You don't want to move? That's fine. That's fine. My bad. I'll shut up. You're the librarian. You're right. But yeah, so that's that. Mex, if you're still here, and Stampede, if you would like to, you can join as well. Unbidden and Stock, you're also invited. And I don't want to invite too many other people, just because it is my own IP, and I trust that you guys won't just randomly dox me and give out my IP address. Do we understand the restrictions here? You can't share the IP, but you can have it to join for now. And obviously, if your power was, you know, not dead Arkham, I would also invite you, but your power is not currently working. Cool. I'm glad we all understand, and I will send you the IP and everything, and probably gonna take a little break here. Docs commands. Oh yeah, here's my background. There you go. This is the background. That's what you wanted to do? What do you mean that's what you wanted to do? Dox me? Little shits. But for now, I will be right back, and you guys get to listen to Spotify music while I'm gone. And I will send everybody else the server and everything. This is Java. Any other questions before I go? I don't believe so. It's not copyright. It's copyright free music. Don't worry. Don't worry. But here it is. And I will be right back.
Can you dig it?
Alright. I'm back. I had to take a minute to stretch there. Otherwise I would have died from just sitting here the entire time. But alright. Nobody has joined, but you all do have the mod pack and the IP. So, whenever you guys get to it, you can join right up. And I can kind of guide you to where you need to be and everything like that. But if you are just tuning in or have been gone for a minute, I believe that we have people joining this little server that I have going on here. Sadly, it is not open to free join and things like that. But it will be time for more building and everything. And maybe even a little bit of lore writing. I'm not sure. Probably just mostly building, though. But whenever they all get in here, we'll start that right up. But other than that, does anybody have any questions or anything at all, or any suggestions of the world even? That sounds like a lot of work going on there, RKM. Jesus. And also, for everyone that is joining, if something does not work, let me know. Or if you are lagging a ton, let me know, because I can always restart the server. You, Stampede, Unbidden, and Joe/Stock. Since he goes by like 3 quintillion names. I swear. So, 4 in total. Dude can't pick a name. No, he can't. And it's even funnier is his in-game name in Minecraft is also different than his Twitch and Discord name. How I keep them all in line, I'm not sure. Fuck you. Sorry, but it's true, man. You have like a million names. I mean, am I wrong? True, true, true. It'd work for everything. You're right, but I mean, I just call him whatever his name that I first met him as was, which was Stock. So that's why he's gotten Stock. If he was Joe to best to begin with, I'd call him that, but he was not. Really? I gave up and call him Joe. Joe the hoe if he's lucky. So we're all mean. Actually, no, it's just Mex. I forgot. Mex is the mean one. She said she'd be nicer, though. Make sure that everything is going good over here. Just checking things over on everything else. Okay, so somebody tried to connect and they got immediately disconnected. Game profile, Stampede tried to connect. I am playing. Oh, am I on an old version? That might be a problem. Let me look. I apologize. I'm currently on version 41. What version is there now? They're on 43. Okay, let me update my mod pack really quick. That is a me problem. That is not a you problem. Give me a quick second here. There is no server name. You can name it whatever you wish. The only reason it has a server name is just so you can put whatever you want for a server name when you're adding a server on Minecraft anyways. Update. Change version. Update to latest. It's in use. Yep, that makes sense. So yeah, give me just a second. I will go ahead and update these. Justice for Red Sox. Change version. Update to latest. So this should fix the problem. Getting things from people. Yes. I think everyone's trying to connect, and it's just kicking everyone back. That's kind of funny. Justice for Blue Sock? I don't think Blue Sock was... Blue Sock was... you're on stock side, aren't you? Little rat. Sorry, just updating mod packs for a second. And if this kicks me out, then I will have to quickly update the server and give it a new world file. I did. I see it. I see it already, Max. You're funny. Okay. Let me test something really quick here. And we shall see if the problem is persistent. And if the server needs updated, I will do that very quickly and efficiently. And if not, then everyone should be able to join here in about a few seconds. Also, make sure, everyone that is going to play, when you load in to your mod pack, make sure to right click it, edit profile, which I cannot find. Oh, here, I'll show it to you. Let me stream this. Let me stream this actually, so it makes a little bit more sense what I'm saying. When you go into it, you want to go here, profile options, allocate RAM to it. Otherwise, it will start with not enough. Okay? So that, make sure you allocate some RAM. I have a lot of RAM, so I give it 10,000. You can give it, like, 6. You can give it 6 gigs. You can give it 10 gigs. Do what you think is best for your computer. I would suggest anywhere from like 6 to 10. 10 at the max, because then it starts doing weird shit. And then it also chews your RAM. But now that we're here, it's loading still, so just waiting on that. But make sure you do that. If you don't do that, it won't work properly. Or at least it will work terribly. You'll lag a lot. Things like that. I shall give it 30 gigs. It's like, isn't that all of your RAM? Seems like a dumb idea. Oh, my task manager disappeared. Where did it go? There you are. Stay over here. Whoa. Probably a little bit of lag there for a second on stream. Just with the mod pack loading itself, it takes a lot to load itself. 608 good. 608 gigs or 608 megabytes? Megabytes? No. Gigs, I mean, that's a few too many. Should I click update all? I would, if you just downloaded it, it should all be updated. It will not matter to you. But it does matter to me. Let's see what happens. Because if the server kicks me back, then it needs an update to itself. You think about computers have a PC? That's fair. Ooh. It might be a server problem. Unless... and not knowing anything about computers. It's fine. Okay. So, I have figured out the problem. That being the profile of the server is not matching the profile of the new mod pack. So, I have to go pull the world file. I cannot see the chat right now. So, if I miss a message, say something in a minute. Gotta fix this. That was so it works. Where's my world file? There it is. Make sure this is all correct. This is all gonna get deleted anyways, so I just gotta pull you. Make sure that this is all fine. Do I need anything else out of here? I do not. Rays are fine. Nothing in that. Cool. You can be tossed. Well, if I'm still playing music in the background, I'm gonna pause that. Kind of forgot that that was a thing. Whoopsies. Download the server pack. So yes. To... what's this number right here?